Hi, my name is Linda Straley, and for nearly 40 years I've been working with children. My own children, my grandchildren, as a licensed daycare provider and in elementary and junior high. And I've written the book Boundaries to celebrate the joy of childhood and protect the children as a tool for parents, daycare providers, and teachers to help children avoid abusive situations and set safe, healthy boundaries for themselves. As of this time, there are 2 major school districts in Minnesota that are reviewing this for possible use in their curriculum, so I'm really proud that the book's done that. I actually wrote this book when I was working with the junior high students, and I have with me today Gordon Sherbany, who's a retired St. Paul School District principal who was my boss for the 2 years that I worked with the junior high children. And he has written a foreword for the book. Gordy, I'd like you to talk about boundaries and why you think the book has merits, what its assets are, first for use with parents and then daycare providers and teachers.
I'd be happy to, Linda. You know, as an elementary school principal, kids had to feel safe in the classroom, in the school, in order to get maximum learning.
Correct.
And many of our kids came to school fearful in the morning. They'd been yelled at for some reason, some of them in tears, many of them not even in their own home, you know. And to gain their trust in the classroom and the teachers and that, it was difficult at times. It took, you know, a while into the school year. And then when you have transients, we had many kids who would move into the school, only be there a month and move out, which was a real problem. And so this book fills a need to help to build that trust for kids. Children need to know that if they've been hurt, if they've been abused, that there are adults available who would be happy to help them and to work with them. And that's part of the role of teachers and social workers and the principal and the whole school staff, is to make children feel comfortable so that they will come to us so we can help them to feel safe and know that they can set the boundaries and that they don't have to have people doing things to them that they don't want. And I think this book is a way for teachers to begin discussing that with kids, as well as daycare providers and parents. Some staff don't feel real comfortable and they feel like they're prying into the children's background or home life, etc. Well, this book is such an easy way to begin the discussion that everyone would feel very comfortable with it. And that's why I think it would be a valuable asset for teachers and schools to have this available in the classroom.
That's great. I know when I was teaching, and this has been going on for many years, as a licensed daycare provider, this is also true, I can tell you, and teaching, we're charged with the responsibility to report abuse if we see it and even if we suspect it. Not to go full-blown out calling the police if we suspect it, but we're charged with reporting it. And that's good, but it's almost like a double-edged sword because we're charged with reporting it, but we really had no way to introduce boundaries or to let children know they had boundaries and had a right to have them and to be safe. And that's why this is such an easy introduction for children. There's a user's guide for everybody. And we all know about shame and blame. That's a big killer why children won't tell. But we just start out very simply with boundaries, what they are, and that they're meant to protect us. So it's an easy introduction for teachers. And then it opens up the classroom. I think children want to, why? Why drives some people crazy. I love why, because it tells me that they're processing this information. They're working this through their little brains, and they're trying to figure out how this fits for them. So that's why when I wrote this, I wrote it for those 3 levels of people, and grandparents, aunts, and uncles too, but primarily for parents, daycare providers, and teachers. So, did you want to add anything about the reporting end of the abuse?
Well, the state of Minnesota, along with a number of other states, requires, if you suspect any abuse, that it is reported, and then they investigate from there. It's an excellent law because many kids are afraid to tell you what's going on in their home, and that's why I think this book helps those kids open up. They realize that in an easy, friendly discussion, I can talk about this stuff, and if I have something more serious to say, I can come and talk to the teacher later about it,
Right.
or the daycare provider, you know. In that way, we can help kids to feel safe and to grow up in a very safe environment and know that there are limits to what adults can do to them.
Right, exactly. Thank you very much. I'm really enjoyed working with you all those years, and we've been personal friends for many, many years too. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to give you some free tools to help your child or a child in your life set healthy boundaries and be safe. So you can push the button below or touch the link, www.erasechildabuse.com, and I will send you my spam-free videos. All you need to do is list your name and your email address, and the free videos will begin arriving to your email in your inbox very shortly. Thank you so much, and I'll speak with you later. Thanks again, Gordy.
You're welcome, Linda.